Calling the CARICOM community, assembling global Africa, the 4th edition of the Afri-Caribbean Trade Investment Forum. Active 2025 is coming to St. George, Grenada, this 28th to 29th July. Join government and business leaders, investors, and trade and finance institutions to explore the theme, resilience and transformation, enhancing Africa-Caribbean economic cooperation in an era of global uncertainty. Be there as we stand together to strengthen our commercial ties, to promote shared trade and investment opportunities, and unlock prosperity for Africa, the Caribbean, and the wider diaspora. The 4th Afri-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum. Reserve your place now at active2025.com.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
Yeah. Yes. Another beautiful Thursday on the ride. Lacey J, thank you for all the shares. I want you guys to do this for me right now, guys. At your followers. Or if you feel better, just tag in all your friends. Let me do at followers because it's faster for me. I highlight, yeah, and at followers. Today we have to have this conversation, guys. It's important. Like any other day, but today is very, very important. Because right now, the fishermen in Soubise, Marquis, Grenville, they are crying out, guys. They are crying out for help. A lot to talk about. So let's share it, guys. Share it. At followers. Lydia James, how are you doing over there on YouTube? Thank you so much. The Queen of the Ride. Checking us out there on YouTube. Denise, thank you so much. Yeah. All right. Guys, before we start the program, it's important that everybody see this program here today, right? It's of significant importance because if you want to impact change, you have to get a consensus. You have to get a large quantity of people to send this thing out because we need the powers that be, we need the people that could make a change. Watch this program here tonight. Very important. Yeah. So share it out. Near and far. Hillary, how you doing? Thank you so much. Hillary, thank you. Denise, thank you for the followers. We appreciate you. Before we bring on Prince Kareem, guys, to talk about the situation that the folks there are having in Marquis and Soubise and Grenville area, I want to do a quick roll call because we did have some new friends who started following the program and they say, yeah, we never big us up. You never big us up. You ain't even listen to us. You ain't even hear. You ain't even shout us out. So let me do this quick, guys. Quick shout out. Just type in where you from. Or if it's a village, just type in your village. I want to give you a quick shout out before we start. Very important, especially for some of our new viewers, some of our top fans, some of our supporters. Big up yourself. We appreciate you over the years. We continue to stay viral every day. Yeah, it's hard to do, but we're able to do it. And you guys are able to stay with us and make that big difference. Denny's London. Big up to the folks in London. Nice. Big up to the folks in London. Big up to the folks in Brooklyn. Yeah, I see the folks here in New York. Hey, thanks for the stars. Thank you so much for the stars. I appreciate it. New York, thank you so much. We appreciate you. London. You know, we have a lot of fans in London. And London, I really have been doing you guys dirty. I haven't been in London for 2.5 years. But I promise you, I'm going to be there this year for Notting Hill Carnival. Brooklyn, New York. Jennifer, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Lacey J, Grenada under the mango tree. Lacey J, that's where you are. I know exactly where that is, Lacey J. Moncraven St. Patrick. Thank you so much. Munich, Canada. Hey, Munich, you're right. You're my neighbor. Munich, big up yourself. Grenada, Alice. Thank you so much, Alice. Carrie Cook, Helen Abbott. Alert. John, Toronto. Hey, Adeline, how you doing? Pick up to the folks in Toronto. Canada, I am going to be there shortly. Toronto, I'll be there shortly. Mississauga, Brampton. I'm good. To the folks, listen, the folks in London, I promise you guys, I am going to be there this year. I haven't been there in 2.5 years. Under the mango tree, Lacey J, I know exactly where that is. Tanisha, thank you so much. Croshoe, Croshoe Kenneth on YouTube and in Croshoe. Brooklyn, Margaret, thank you so much. Maryland, Ian Baker. Hey, Ian Baker. Oh, Ian Baker was one of the founding members, boy. Wow. I am here. Long time no see. Ade, man, ade. New York City. You know, New York remained the #1 viewership. New York, Canada, and Grenada. And sometimes it goes interchangeably. New York, Grenada, Canada, and London. Those are the 4 top markets. New York. Hey, thank you. Guys, I want to tell you guys I love you. I love you guys really, 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 really near and dear to my heart. That's why I'm here. I'm very happy whenever I'm here. And whenever I'm not here, you know, I feel down and depressed. So you guys really play a special part in my heart, in my life, every day. All right, guys, so let's get on with the program. London, I see you as well. Thank you so much. I'm going to continue to big up outside Virginia Beach. Big up yourself, Alistair. We'll continue to big up you guys at the end of the program. I want to shout out everybody. But I am from La Digue, Union, Richmond. Everybody know that area there. You pass La Digue, you pass Richmond, you go down to Union, you go down to Soubise, you could go Marquis, you could go Mount Camel, St. David's, that area. Or if you go in Grenville side, you go past Soubise and then you go in Grenville, that way there. So that area right there, that little area, that fishing village right there in Soubise, I walk that area every day going to school. I went to school in St. Andrew's Anglican Primary School. So that is my village, right? A few years ago, I remember being in Grenada and passing Soubise area there, guys. It wasn't a pretty sight. It was a smelly, stinking sight. It was really, really, really bad and disgusting. Whenever I pass there, like how people actually living in this area, because the Sagazam seaweed came up in that area and it was smelling up the whole place. From Grenville to Soubise to Marquis, that whole area smelled bad. So I know how it is to have to pass by there, or I don't know how it is to live there, because whenever I pass there, I roll up my window and I drive fast. Eventually, the seaweed subsided. Whatever was done at that point in time, it subsided and it was cleaned up. But it is back. The seaweed is back in that area. And that stems from Grenville, Soubise, Marquis, that whole area there. And if you understand that area very well, that area is a fishing village. Most of the people that live in that general area there, they make their living from the sea. So there are boats that's there. And what happened is, because the seaweed comes in, it prevents the fishermen from going out to sea, because if that seaweed gets into your engine, it could damage your engine. So oftentimes when it's thick like this, right, it's difficult for fishermen to go out, because they have to go all the way out where it's clear, in that clear water out there, before they could even turn on the engine. So some fishermen, they just say, you know what, I ain't even gonna go through it. I'll just stay back and I ain't going out today. So one of the fishermen that live in this village, a very popular social media voice, his name is Prince Kareem. He took to the airwave earlier today, well before, but today particularly, to voice his concern for what's happening there in Marquis and Soubise. So to get a full and a better understanding of what is happening right now, we decided to bring on Prince Kareem to talk about it. Prince Kareem, how are you doing, my brother?
Afternoon, sir. What's going on?
A day.
All is well.
For the time being.
Greetings to everyone. Greetings to your viewers and listeners. Good afternoon to everyone. Hope all is doing well.
Yes, yes. Prince, I want to go back a little bit because I was talking about a couple of years ago, right? I passed, I think that was 2022, 2023, coming around that time this so. And boy, I remember passing that area there and the thing smelled so bad. Tell us about that time and how this situation was dealt with back then. And then we go figure out what's happening now.
Well, basically, Junior, this is on the fans and your viewers and your listeners to know that this is not a new situation to Soubise. It don't start happening yesterday or last week or last month. It's been happening years now. A lot of years now, more than 5 years now, we having problem with the sargassum seaweed. And let me make it clear that this is not a NMP issue. This is not a NDC issue. This is not no political issue. We're talking about here the livelihood of fishermen. We're talking about the safety of human beings on a whole, the safety of people around the neighboring villages, Grenville, Soubise, Marquis. We're talking about the livelihood around the neighborhood that the seaweed is affecting, Grenville, Marquis, Soubise. We just tired, we fed up, and we frustrated. You understand? It's been a lot of years now, as I told you. It is not no NMP or no NDC issue. It is a global issue, right? It is a global issue, not just in Grenada. We have all the Caribbean countries come right down, even them big countries and them that's been affected by the sargassum seaweed. But the issue that I'm having right now, Junior, just listen for 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Fishermen have it tough, right? You can access your boat, you can venture out at sea. You have to look at the width of this sargassum seaweed, right?
Mm-hmm.
90% of the boat this morning couldn't have ventured out at sea because of the thickness and the width of this sargassum seaweed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, for you to get your boat started, you have to push your boat from where it is parked. You see where the boat is parked quite in the back there?
Right.
You have to either get a piece of bamboo or you go in the water and swim out with your boat or push it out or get somebody to pull it out for you to venture out in the waters per se, in the clean waters behind the sargassum seaweed for you to first be able to start your boat. Because if you start your boat in this engine, in this water, if you start your engine in the sargassum seaweed have some little pebbles in it, there have some little seeds in it that contains fluid inside it that the engine have to take water from the sea to generate it into the engine. It's like the coolant system in a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, if you take some black pepper and you throw it in your engine coolant system, which is your radiator, or you take some dirt or whatever and throw it in your vehicle system, which is the coolant system, which is in your radiator in your vehicle, it could go and block up certain things that the water supposed to be passing through freely and could cause the engine to overheat and could cause the engine to mash. Same process in the seawater. If the sargassum sea we get trapped in the waterway of your engine that it cannot be able to cool properly, then that just go in and overheat your engine and cause your engine to mash and all this kind of thing. So just imagine you fighting to start your engine in that condition and lose an engine worth 40, 50, 60, 70, $80,000 just like that in one day. Right? Mind you, apart from starting the engine, then you have to venture out at sea and the problem again occurs when you're coming back in and then you have to dock your boat in the same position in which it is before you took off to venture out at sea. So then you have to pull it back in to get it to tie on the picket in which it is moored. You understand? So this is a situation that we've been facing a lot of years now. And apart from fishermen, villagers have it very tough with the sargassum seaweed. You can have no electrical appliances in your house. You have to go and take it. wrap it up in a piece of cloth or tie it in a piece of plastic bag to make sure that the air, this the scent you're getting from the sargassum seaweed, the breeze that is letting go, the air that it's letting go, it go in and corrode any electrical appliances you have in your house. Junior, I want you to post a picture that you had advertising me for the stock show.
Right. Hold on. Let me see if I could do that now.
I just want to give the fans and the followers a clear indication
Well,
of
I don't have it
how,
too. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. There you
right.
go. Right.
So you see this picture right there? This is a picture with me, with my jewelries on me, outside Lyman. Right? Junior, I want you to take out that picture and post a picture of the jewelry I sent to you from this morning to now how it is looking.
All right. Let me go ahead and pull that up right here. Yeah.
Viewers and followers, all you see the difference? All you see all this jewelry and them looking like they're about to rust or they're dirty, right? That is how the seaweed, the scent that it's letting go, the gas that it's letting go, would make any original gold and silver you have in your house looking, right?
Hmm.
So just imagine your electrical appliances in your house start looking like that in the first stage. By tomorrow, it's a little darker. By the day after, it's a little brown, like almost to black. And then it's starting to rusty from the. I don't know what's in this gas that this thing is letting go. When it start to deteriorate, I don't know what kind of chemical that it's letting go, but it's very dangerous. And if it's doing gold, silver, and electrical appliances in your house, that you could just imagine what it's doing to the human body. Junior, this thing is not a pleasant thing to smell. You understand? And just check, for instance, you're passing in it and you have to cock your nose, or you have to roll up your glass in your vehicle and drive as fast as possible because it's still traveling through the AC and you're getting the scent inside your vehicle even though you put up your glass and you put on the AC. So just imagine you just passing the area and you can't catch your breath. You can't stand the scent of the sargassum seaweed. Just imagine you're sleeping and waking in it and have to deal with that on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's very frustrating. And just imagine every time seaweed come, you have to buy a new TV, you have to buy a new phone, you have to buy a new DVD player, you have to buy a new washing machine, you have to buy a new fridge, because this thing just going and corrode all electrical appliances you have in your house and prevent it from working. You have a the last time I had to put out a brand new TV that I newly put up. I doesn't watch, I hardly even watch the TV, Junior.
Mm-hmm.
The TV was covered with plastic still. All on the screen of the TV was plastic still. And when I brought the TV and fixed, and the man showed me the condition of the board inside the TV, I couldn't even believe it for myself. The board was actually black inside the TV. You couldn't make out nothing on that board. All you're seeing is the little studs and thing, the little capacitors and thing, and just black. That's how you're seeing it. And it was a brand new TV. So every time this thing come, it hot in your pocket. You can't make money as one as a fisherman because you can't venture out at sea. And then you still can't you can make money and then you still have to put out money to buy back electrical appliances for your household. This is very frustrating and it has reached a point where we, the people of Grenville, Marquis and Soubise, we're fed up, we're tired, we're frustrated, and right now we don't play no blame game. All we're looking for is solution for the problem. Now, I remember over 2 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was brought to town by a male individual to attend a course from, I think he's Japanese. Them people was Japanese. Them same set of people that donated the boats to Grenada government to capture the seaweed. It have fence and net to capture the seaweed, to
Mm-hmm.
block the seaweed from coming to shore. And we have nets to pick it up. We have boats provided with a winch on the boat that you could You drag out you have drag nets on the boat that you could drag out the seaweed and put it on the boat, and then have trucks or whatever on the land line up to dispose of the seaweed, of the sargassum seaweed. And what hurted me the most, after me venturing to town every day for a whole week to take courses, to learn to captain these boats, to learn how to maintain these boats. I had two mechanics with me on that course, and I had a diver with me on that course. Now the manpower, which is the labor force, you could just get anybody to work with you. But the main thing was the captain of the boat and the mechanics to maintain the boat. Right? In my hand here, Junior, is the manual for the boat itself, for the equipments on the boat. So this is for the depth sounder and the GPS and stuff, right? This is the whole manual for the whole electrical part of the boat, right? And this is one folder, and we have a next folder here, which is a manual for the boat itself, boat and engine, right? That is it right here. Let me show you the boat and how it's looking. Right, you see the boat here? That is the boat.
Okay.
And Grenada received 5 boats like that to help to combat with the issue of the sargassum seaweed. So this is the one I went and took the course to operate. Right? And to me, I felt great. I felt happy venturing to town every day for a whole week to learn about the process of this boat, to learn how to combat and try to fight this situation with the sargassum seaweed, because I'm right here in the heart of Soubise, where it has been affecting us for years, and I left out my work, my daily work, to invest my time and my efforts to learn to help to combat with the situation with the sargassum seaweed. You understand? I didn't mind doing it. All I wanted was a solution. All right. And down to the other day, I had to make a phone call to one of the workers in solid waste, one of the big man in solid waste. And my question towards him, like, over 2 years now, these boats and them was donated to Grenada, the first one. Why are they just sitting down in solid waste doing nothing? You understand? They sitting down there for good looks. You understand? It's like, see, we killing us and we have the means to get rid of it. We have the means to trap it out in the sea. We have the means to pick it up. Why are we not using the resources that we got to fight this situation with the sargassum seaweed? And to me, you just have them boat and them. You just have 5 boats that was donated to the government of Grenada to help and to fight and to combat the situation with the sargassum seaweed. And all these boats and them are there sitting in solid waste doing nothing. And that is what bothering me. It's not to say we don't have a solution. I even brought up to the gentleman, I said, listen, even though the fence that we have is not strong enough to trap the seaweed out in the water, I say there is nets that we just be fishing with. There is nets that we just be pulling to catch fish, which is very strong and could withstand the pressure of the sargassum seaweed. I say we could get a few men to make some nets, right? Or you have places who's we're selling those nets that we could buy a couple feet of them nets and just have them spread across the sea coastline from Grenville to Marquis so that you could trap the sargassum seaweed before you reach on the land. Because anytime you reach on the land and it mixes with the fresh water from the land, that's when it becomes a problem. Because if you meet it out on the water, it's fresh. Because once it's in the seawater, it's like a living organism, right? You see, when you reach on the land and it mix with the fresh water and the sun start to beat it, there's when it start to decay and let go the bad odor that is letting go. So once you could trap it out in the water so it doesn't get too close to the land to mix with the fresh water from the land, you could easily pick it up and dispose of it without it being smelling stink. And I brought all those points to the gentleman, And I don't know for what reason they just have them both on them just rattening down there. Well, it's rattening hard to say because if they pack up down there over 2 years now and it has not been deployed in the villages or in the areas that it's needed to do the work, then you just have it down there rattening. And as I tell your viewers and your listeners, right? It's not no situation about blaming NMP and blaming NDC. It has been there in NMP time. It's still here in NDC time. What we're looking for is a solution. And what got me vexed this morning, Junior, is that you have a minister who's staying right in Soubise, who's smelling the sargassum seaweed every day, who passing and seeing it every day. Why are we not doing anything about it? We campaign deeply about it. We make noise about it in the previous administration. I went on Facebook and cursed the previous administration, use all kind of dirty words in my mouth to express the feeling that I had towards this situation. And look, we have a next government inside. Instead of we make the previous government look stupid, and make them see, well, we have a plan because that was manifested in a manifest towards the election gun. Let we show them that we could make things happen because we have the resources now. So it's not no blame game we playing. We're looking for a situation, as a solution. We're in desperate need of a solution.
Yeah.
And this thing bothering me. Every time I sleep and wake and go outside and I know my boat can go out in the sea and you have other fishermen around with their family to take care of, with their bills to be paid, and we have the resources to clean it, and we just have the resources down there rotting just like the sargassum seaweed. Then what is the sense? Junior, I saw the sargassum seaweed come up on Granan's beach. And in less than 24 hours it was cleaned. It was cleaned. And that make me feel now we could do it in other areas too. We could do it in other parishes too. We could do it in other villages too. If we could do it in Granans, if we could make it happen down there, we could make it happen anyway.
Let me ask you, Kareem. Last time this happened, right? And I said, I remember smelling that thing, and that thing really smelled bad. That thing was really, really stink. From all the way from Grenville, from the time you leave Grenville by the old church and you're heading down Soubise, there that thing smells stink until you reach up by Battle Hill. And all the way going to Battle Hill, there you're still smelling it. How was it dealt with the last time? How did they get rid of it?
Well, the previous administration, Junior, they had tractors and thing picking it up on the shoreline, right? And this was a move that I never supported, and I will explain to you why. Now, they brought some big excavators on the seacoast picking up the sargassum seaweed. Now, this was a process that damaged the beaches and them in Soubise and Marquis, right? It damaged the beaches. It got rid of a lot of sand from the beaches, so the beaches and them was left with big holes here and there. Because in the process of picking up the sargassum seaweed, a lot of sand was removed from the beaches, and that damages all the beaches from Grenville to Marquis area. Right? So to me, that wasn't a right move. That wasn't a right step. I never supported it, but it was a means of getting rid of the seaweed. I was happy to get rid of the seaweed, but I was still upset in a form that it damages the beaches in the area. Right? However, as I stated, with the fence trapping it out in the water and with the nets blocking it out in the water, that would have been a more suitable action to combat the situation with the sargassum seaweed. Right? So it's just a matter of putting the ideas into existence, putting it down and making it happen. You understand? But at least The previous government, they try. I mean, they bring tractor, they mess up the beaches, but they try. But we have now that it's like no effort. It's like no effort, and it's bothering me. It's not bothering me alone. It's bothering the whole community from Grenville all the way down to Marquis. The only reason why it has not been so stinking Marquis and Hope and them places and them because the water down that side there is a little bit rougher than the water in Soubise and in Grenville area. So what has happened now in Marquis and Hope and them places and them down there, the water would pelt it up on the shore and
Right.
it would drip dry. So when it drip dry on the shore, it don't mix in with the fresh water as it mixing in Soubise and Grenville for it to be smelling the way how it's smelling. It used to have farmers, Junior, that used to be coming on the beach and picking up the sargassum seaweed and going with it in their land and putting it around the plants and the crops and stuff like that. And they were stopped. I watch our news. I watch a news focus and news broadcast where they urging fishermen to stop using sargassum seaweed because they don't know what gas and thing you letting go and stuff like that. Junior, anything you know, anytime if you know about farming, anything to do with salting plants, it's very nutritious for plants and vegetables and stuff like that.
I would think so. I would think that they would like for farmers to come and take it out.
And I think that was a good because every day you used to see farmers coming with trucks. Some people used to use their personal vehicles and all. The little open back van, some of them used to put it in the back of Noah, in the back of Escudo, in the back of Suzuki, and choke it out, which used to help get rid of the situation of the sargassum seaweed. But then you stop them from doing it, so you don't see no farmers now come in and pick up the sargassum seaweed to go and use it in their land anymore. I don't know if that was a method for manure to sell or for the imported manure to sell or whatever. I don't know what was the reason for stopping farmers from using the sargassum seaweed. But to me, I've used it already on crops. I eat the produce. I make juice with the produce and nothing was done to me. And I think this is some of the most healthy scraps you see behind from the sargassum seaweed. Anything to do with salt, molding around the plants and whatever. You understand? It's only when the sargassum seaweed mix with the fresh water and it start to decay, then when it becomes a problem. But if the seaweed come up fresh and you take it and you go and put it in your land and it drip dry, it coming like soil in your hand, Junior. You take it in your hand and mash it up.
Right. Someone is,
Because
someone is saying that the seaweed contains some kind of heavy metal that could affect the crops. It
who,
must
who proved that? Who proved that?
right. But the process,
Who
I guess they had to have a process of or some kind of education. And I thought that they did have that. I thought that that was something that was done. And they figured out ways in which other alternative ways that seaweed could be used. In addition to having other countries purchase it and manufacture this whole seaweed, I thought it was a whole economic plan that was set up for that.
Well, to me, I would want to know who investigate or who did scientist research on the seaweed to come up with this thing about metal in it or whatever the case may be. I would like to because to me there could never be more metal than feces of animals and things that is being used as manure and molding for crops and stuff like that, comparing to the sargassum seaweed which is freshly come from the ocean. So to me, the comparison is far different.
Right,
Just thinking about it with your normal head.
right. We have a caller on the line. Let's take this quick call. Caller live, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York. Go right ahead.
Junior
Yes.
and your guests and your listeners. Junior, it's time that we call out incompetence when we see it at all levels. Whether it be the governor, general, the prime minister, minister, permanent secretaries, managers in Grenada. We need to call it out. Because you have more dangerous thing than seaweed. For example, you have Roundup, you have Gamaxone being used and other poisons. But some of the people shutting the big mouth and not saying anything about it, worried about seaweed that has not killed anybody, that has not destroyed any plants in Grenada. The other thing that we have to recognize, the seaweed problem has started in the east of the island. But look at what has happened. Where does solid waste have the boats? Is it in Guam? Is it in St. George? Is it in Grenville where the problem is? So recognize, if people don't recognize that for the last 30, 40 years and longer, Grenada is known as the town of St. George and South St. George. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I make no excuse for saying so. Because the actions of people, the decisions of people says so. Well, I think I heard an interview with somebody in charge in the solid waste. They're looking for a captain for the boat. Well, that has to be, I thought that was some really, really special boat. That was so complicated that probably you need to get AI to manage that boat. Well, you could use simple things, nets. You could use rakes. Rake the sargassum from the sea, get it to the shore, and then you take it out by means of machines, excavators. It's not difficult. The same way people pull nets, you can pull the sargassum in and get rid of it. Farmers have been using seaweed for years in Grenada, especially in the St. Andrews areas. But you know what I realize? We have to always reinvent the wheel. And the incompetents always want to have a workshop and a conference to determine things that is already known throughout the world. Whether it be in Barbados, St. Lucia, they have information on sargassum. But it seems as though in Grenada, every time we have to reinvent the wheel, as though we're creating something new. And we need to have a workshop and a conference, and all it is talk, no action. So the incompetence, we have to call it out. And the incompetence is that we have people in positions of authority who are permanent secretaries, who are managers of institutions that's supposed to be giving advice to be it NNP, NDC, or whatever P, who are the ministers, and they are incompetent. That is the problem that we have in Grenada. So the sargassum seaweed, you don't need rocket scientists for that. You don't need somebody with a master's to take care of it. If you get fishermen using a net, they can pull it ashore. If you get a machine to pull the net, it makes it easier.
Right.
The nets are strong enough to pull it. You could use a rake. There are machines that you could put on the water that is floating that can pick up the seaweeds. They use it in other parts of the world. As a matter of fact, I think they might have had a machine to clean Granite Tank Lake. So what's the difficulty? You could pay fishermen themselves.
Right.
To use rakes. A rake that is 36 inches, just a manual rake, is only about $300 EC dollars.
Right.
So all the talk and the thing, and we have to get captain, all that is cow pie. Put it this way, people may not like to hear my expression, is bullshit.
Okay.
And we need to call out the people who are in charge who are not doing nothing.
Absolutely.
And that goes to the solid waste department. You have both pick up your trained people, and is there sitting for what the guy says, 2 years? What are they waiting for? For when they die or when they retire? To get the job or the contract to do it? Because that is the attitude of a lot of public servants. You know, they sit there, they may he so rest in peace. They sit there, the chief people involved in agriculture, and you know what? You know what one said? I'm waiting when I retire, I get in the government to put a ban on the importation of pumpkin, so he alone could plant pumpkin and make money. That is what you have in Grenada. Incompetence and selfish people.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Have a
caller.
blessed
Thank you,
evening.
thank you for your input right there. Valid point, caller. We have to hold the people that's in charge accountable, right? And I think I don't want to stop or fall short of saying that the minister or ministry that is involved, they're sleeping on the job. If you saying that there are instances where people are trained to do this and it's not being done, why is it not being done?
Yeah, and there's Junior, there's my point exactly. We have fishermen who is trained and qualified captains to captain any type of vessel, any type of fishing vessel, whatever. The boats on them is not no kind of cruise ship to say you need this kind of big certifier or big engineer or whatever to manage and to operate the boat. It's small fishing craft boat size, 36 feet, 46 feet, whatever. They small fishing vessel size, you understand? You have fishermen who does captain bigger boats than that. So he's not though having qualified people or certified people to operate this boat. I just try to sit down and wonder and then again, I'm glad the caller make mention of certain things because I didn't want to say certain things for it to feel well. I just picking on this person or picking on that person. But we have a minister right in Soubise here that is living, sleeping, and waking in that situation. He in charge of agriculture, he in charge of fisheries and whatever. And I don't understand. I just can't understand this thing. You understand? You in charge of certain things that is responsible for the same sector. And I don't know if you're sleeping. I don't know. I don't understand. I really can't understand this thing. And he's starting to aggravate me now. You understand? The caller make perfect sense. And he understand exactly what is going on. And I'm glad somebody said it and not me.
I'm looking at this picture here, right, Karim? I'm looking at this picture here. That's a lot. That's a lot of dump. That's a lot of seaweed. Where would you possibly start after you get to this point when it's accumulating so much there? Where could anyone start to clean this up? Because I'm hearing the call for the community spirit. Where is the community spirit? Why you
Well,
guys come in and do
Junior,
something?
Junior, you can't have community spirit if you don't have a community leader. And I'll tell you that straight up. If you don't have no leadership in a community, you can't have community spirits. Right? That is why they put certain people in charge of certain things to watch over your community, to supervise the community, to make sure this goes to planning the community, that goes to protocol, whatever. But if you don't have no community leader, you could never have a community spirit, right? Because look, for instance, when the seaweed came up in Granans, and they call a few fellas now for now, and then by the time they start to work on the bay, then you see a few accompany them who volunteer and come in. But if you don't have a leader that is making steps to put certain things in place, to combat certain things and to make certain things happen, how would you have community spirit? You understand? When you don't have a good icon to look up to in the community as a community leader, tell me how the match in. And he have so much love in Grand and down in his constituency that even though he take a spade or a fork or a rake and go on the beach and try to clean it up for himself, everybody will join in and partake in that adventure like what he did. He called a few guys, he went on the beach with a two rake and a two spade and a two barrow, and then you see people joining in and whatever. But you have to have somebody to lead it, which have to be the leader. And people are stupid. The magnitude and the quantity of the seaweed they know, of the sargassum seaweed. Who's stupid to take that chance, knowing that we have things in place to clean it and to fight it, to combat it, to attack it from small patches, that you wait till it reaches this big pasture in the seawater to go and try to clean it now. Tell me who villager are taking that risk or taking that chance, right? If you have thing in place to start to clean it out from since he start coming in, because don't watch it so he didn't just come in that big quantity. So he start in small quantity. He start in small quantity. So if you have things in place that we could start to clean it in the small quantity that is coming in, then you don't have to reach to that level for you to start to wonder where we starting from or which direction we starting from. You understand? And that is why I just big up Andy right through 24/7, because you see willing, he trying, and I believe if he could do it in Granance, he could be done anywhere else. But you have some people just making it seem like Granance is Grenada and all Grenville, Soubise, Marquis to us with them or to hell with them or whatever with them. You understand? It's like Grenville, Soubise, and Marquis is not part of Grenada. Granance is Grenada. You understand? It's like one person trying, few persons trying, and then it have a other set who just trying to drag them down from the back or pull them down from the back or try to make them look bad. Or I don't know if they're trying to undermine the government from inside or what they're trying to do, but this maths just not matching for me.
Yeah, yeah. Some people are saying, Prince Karim, that this, as you said, that this didn't start like this, right? This didn't start with
Yeah.
full accumulation. It started trickle until it got like this. So the question is, why did we allow it to get this far and then now talk about it?
Who we?
When I say we as community people or even politicians and everybody, was this put up, was this made, was this alerted before it got to that magnitude that, yo, look at this. We know what happened before. This is going to pile up and this is going to stink. We need to cap this before it gets to where it is. Was any alarm bells sent out? Was there anything that was said?
Junior,
Itself.
and let me ask you a honest question, eh?
Mm-hmm.
And I want your fans and your supporters to listen me carefully here. Right? And I want all you to be honest with all your answers towards this question. Right? Junior, we have structures in place. Right? We get five free boat funding from the Japanese government to Grenada to fight to combat the situation with the sargassum seaweed. We get sea fence to block the sargassum seaweed before it reaches the shore. We have dragnet to drag it out of the water before it reaches the seashore. If we have a minister or ministers in the constituency who had a blind eye and a deaf ears to the whole situation,
Well,
know the situation like no business. Who are we as supporters to just take on we own when it reach to that level now to go and do community work to pick it up? When we get free boat to pick it up, we get free net to pick it up, we get free sea fence to block it, and we have fundings already sitting there to employ people to clean it. Who taking that responsibility now to keep it clean and for free?
you're right.
Tell me.
You're right.
Tell me if that maths in. Tell me if that making sense.
You're right. I believe, and again, I'll put it out there and I'll say it loud, that the minister and the people who are responsible, community leaders, should enact, especially if there are plans in place. As you said, the 5 boats that's there that could have trapped this before it got there. That would have been the ultimate best case scenario in this situation. I don't know what or why it has not been done, and I would like to ask that question. I wish I could call the minister right now and find out what the hell is going on. We're waiting for it to stink up the place again, and as you said, the minister lives right there. So he smells, he knows what happened.
And what a lot of people dwelling on and keep speaking of this situation where Andy come out in Granans and then there was volunteers who joined him to make the thing happen. He came out and put out his foot first. He came out and put on his foot together with some people, and the others saw his willing and saw his potential and agreed to volunteer to make it happen because he have the community leader spirit in him. You understand? He have the love that he be showing in villagers and in constituency from since he start in election to now. He has been doing what he have to do in his community to keep the love in the community, to keep the community spirit. That is why when it's time for community spirit, you will see community spirit coming out. But if you have a minister who don't play no part in the community, who don't have no community spirit, who don't doing nothing to keep his people together, who don't setting no example in his constituency, who is gonna start the community spirit? Who's gonna volunteer to do free work when there is money and there is resources right there rotting to clean it? You know, making things happen, putting things in place. So we community fools, that are community spirit, that community fools, community babies. You understand? You don't have that love in the community up here. You don't have that love in the constituency because you have nobody bringing the love in the constituency for we know to play. And if you watch it carefully, the quantity and the magnitude of seaweed that came up in Granans Beach is no way comparing to that. Is no way comparing to that. I could see if it had a little bit, and always, I would have taken the initiative if it had a little bit. I would have taken the initiative to go and start to clean it. But when you get up in the morning and you watch a big quantity so, and then the time the day up, you see a larger quantity so. I mean, come on, where we starting? Where we starting? Let me put the things in place to prevent it and stop it from coming to the show. And let me start to clean it from the time we see it start coming. Let me put things in place to fight and combat it so it would not reach to that level. And I'm not responsible for that. It have people in position responsible for that. And they're getting paid to do that. They're getting paid to be in certain position, to fight certain things, to combat certain things, and to make certain decisions, to deal with certain things. I'm not getting paid for that. They didn't put me in position to deal with that. So don't look for me to come and start something and it have people getting paid to do it. Yeah, people getting paid to clean a bathroom and toilet. You go and clean it free every day. You're a fool. Come on. I'm talking about community spirit. Let's say the government paying somebody to clean a public bathroom and toilet. You so like community, you're so foolish that you will just go and start to clean it every day for free when you have people getting paid to clean it. Come on. Let me talk sense. All who talking about volunteer, let them come and volunteer with us. Let them come and lead it. You understand? Don't be where you're there and just talking shit. Who feels it knows it. Who there in the kitchen want us feel the heat?
Yes. Yes. Besides, your very vocal stance on this, and I understand and I feel your passion. Again, that's where I'm from. That's my village. That's my area. That's my tongue. Have you met with the MP there, Lennox Andrew? Have anyone? Well, I know he lives right there, so he should know. But have anybody officially met with him to discuss? Hold on one second before you answer the question. Let me take this call on the line. Caller live. Where are you calling us from?
Hello, good afternoon. I'm calling you from St. Patrick's.
Yes.
I understand exactly what he's saying, but the mindset he's going about it is totally wrong. Right? My neighbor house is on fire, right? And right, the firefighters and I'm getting so I would not go and help. Excuse me. I would not go and help fire from my neighbor house. The way Kareem going about it is totally wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pointed. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Junior, she never was there on fire. Let she take she little hose in she kitchen and she bathroom and go and fight to spray down. And see if you won't catch a fire too. Yeah, that what I saying. Your neighbor house on fire. So take a little hose. Which is no fight. Because me going and take a little rake there now. To start to, and as I clearly stated, based on the quantity of the seaweed, I might have take the chance to go and start to clean it. Right? Based on the quantity. But the magnitude it reached today now. Who going and take the chance to start to clean it now? Eh? So just same thing like the fire. If you see a little fire stemming below our house, you as a neighbor, you could go and take the chance and take a little hose or take a little bucket of water and pour on the fire. You understand? But you see a big blaze of fire, you see a house engulfed in fire. The house burning engulfed in fire. You take your little hose and run to go and spray it down. That's you. That's okay. No problem. Fine.
Right.
Not me. I don't take in that chance.
Karim, has anyone officially met with the MP to discuss anything regarding to this situation that is ongoing right now?
Junior, I call this man many times and speak to him about that. And all he telling me, he go call me back. I will call you back. I never get a call back. Sometimes if you call him, he don't answer on the phone, he don't respond into calls, nothing. I call this man many times on the phone because I believe in, working with this man. I just try my best to work with him. So certain issues, certain situation in the community are we being affected by or whatever.
Hello?
I just call this man personally on his phone, Junior.
Hold on. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
And speak to him. I just call him personally on the phone and speak to him. And I tried that many times. I spoke to him many times about this orgasm seaweed. And all he tell me, give him a few minutes, you call me back. I never get this call. I call Andy how much time concerning it. Well, what Andy telling me, I fully understand. He can just come in a man constituency and just do what he want. But he been telling me, you call him, you talk to him. And I show you he has been doing that. So I just try to figure out where this thing going wrong and what is happening. And that is what I can't come to terms with.
All right. Let's take a call. We got a caller on the line right now. Caller live, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, New York. Right ahead.
Well, I'm from Grenville, right? But I'm totally agreeing with Karim and the last caller. I don't agree with what she said.
Okay.
Because if you
Talk shit. She talk shit. That's what she do.
All right, hold on. Yeah.
if you have things in place,
Ah.
why the community leader cannot come forward and say, well, boys, look, for example, Karim is like a leader in the community because he has something things going on. And he's the voice of the people at that side. So if the community leader comes to him and say, Karim Bar needs some boys, look, the sarcasm coming in, XYZ. Why he can't do that and just he don't like how Andy doing it? And the next thing I want to say is not just the minister in Soubise, it's all the minister in Grenville. All of them is the same thing. That is all I have to say.
All right. Thank you, caller.
Perfect point, Junior.
Yeah.
Perfect point. And as I just tell you, I call with minister in my constituency many times and reach out to him many times and bring up the issue of the sarcasm seaweed even before now. And sometimes the most he go tell me, he go call me back and let him make a few phone calls and let he call me back and nothing. And that is why I said a while ago, if we have a community leader who is leading the community and have a love for the people and the people will show him the same love, that he will just, even though he can't do it for himself, right? Even though he can do it for himself, as the caller just said, Eyes a man is like the voice of the community. Eyes like the eyes in the community. Sometimes when the issue people have they'll call me and tell me, see what I could do for them, see this, that, what I could do for us, whatever is the case. If he can't do it for himself, he don't have to call me. I just call him and bring certain situation to him. So he could call me and say, Prince, just like the caller said, caller, I big you up 100%. You're smart, you're intelligent. Unlike the caller before, who just start talking bullshit. You understand? Hey, Prince, we are watching that series, are watching the condition I take coming on. Let me see if we could get some boys and start to clean it up before you get worse now. Yes, Minister. Yes, MP. Yes, boss. Yes, I'm gonna do that for you right now. And I have the powers too. Once you give me the word and the okay to say, all right, boys, the minister say, see if I get some people to see if we could organize that or whatever. But the love, the relationship between this man and people in the community, the amount of barrel and big stone and bottles.
We have a caller. We have a
Oh
caller.
my God, Junior.
Let's take this call. We have a caller.
Let's take the call, Papa. What?
Caller, you live? Call on the WhatsApp.
Yes, Junior. The
Yeah,
question I want to ask.
Where you calling us
I
from,
hear
caller?
Karim
Where you calling us from?
Grenada.
Grenada. Okay, go right ahead.
Right. The question I want to ask Karim, I hear you mention a lot about the minister. Okay, yes, you have a minister there. But don't you have an opposition leader who is also an MP and her office is in the same area? Did you or anybody contact her, or does she get you saying that the minister living right there, which I understand? So the opposition leader don't get in the same stench, I don't see in the same thing as the minister. Because what I'm saying is both of them, you have two of them in the same area. And
Yes.
dwelling on one. What's about the next?
You're right. So listen to me. The one who was there previous who was there all in office and they didn't do nothing. He was the same situation all now. So there, what make you feel like should call and tell her about it? She was in position. There was, listen me carefully, right? Listen me, listen me carefully. There was in office for countless years, and we had been fighting, crying, begging for a solution. If you used to follow me from the years before to now, the most amount of bad road that cost in my life is when NMP was in office and the sarcasm series came up on the show.
I know, I
Right?
was following, I was hearing.
Right.
Yeah.
You hear how much bad road that they give the NMP administration for when the CVD come the first time?
Yeah, I know. I was hear everything.
Right.
That's
The
why
way
I
I
asked.
get on, The way I get on with them, and it was worse than now. Right? Right now, I'm very respectable and professional with the situation. Before, I was very outrageous and disrespectful. So I was at my worst in the previous administration to the situation with the sargassum seaweed. And I did and try my best and nothing was successful. Why should I go now for them to tell me, oh, they're not in office now and they can't do nothing? You think, and they're seeing it, the just the same? Thank you very much.
No, I just wanted to know from you. Point taken.
Yeah,
I
the
just
thing,
wanted to know.
partner, and let me tell you this straight up. As a man, I don't there no side. And let me make it clear to you. I've benefited under that previous administration. I never benefited nothing on the previous administration. So don't make it feel like it's a personal attack on this administration or taking NMP side or NEC side. I know there are no side. I'm a mutual young man. And when I see wrong thing and I
I
see
heard you say
injustice, I just speak out on it, right?
Yeah, I heard you say that the other day, and I appreciate you. Speak the truth.
Yeah, I don't take in no side. No side.
Uh,
All
Last,
right. Thank you.
last
Thank you.
election I never vote, so it's not a political thing. Right?
Right.
I'm
All right.
speaking neutral.
Right. So Kareem, Prince, I wanna anchor this whole conversation here because it's important that we try to get some resolution to this, not just come and we talk. What are we?
And
What
that,
are we?
that
What
is
are we seeing?
exactly what I want. We want solution. We don't want no comparison about who was there and who did they and what did he do and there was in office, what did he do? We don't have time for that. No, we're looking for solution. We're looking for solution. Put NMP and NDC aside. No, it's not no political attack, but we suffering in Soubise. We suffering in Marquis. We suffering in Grenville. We can have no electrical appliances in our house. Fishermen can venture at sea to feed their family. We speaking of solutions to combat this issue and to deal with it. Let's not make this thing political, please.
Right. Point
Right?
taken. Let's take another call real quick. Call it live. Where you calling us from?
Hi, Junior. I'm calling from Antigua, but I'm a Grenadian.
Antigua.
But I'm a Grenadian. So
Yes.
I just over here for a while. But I
Okay.
just listened to the program there, and I understand where Karim coming from because I've been following him and listening to him all the time. But what I'm trying to say is, no, I understand what you're trying to say. No, it's not the time to be blaming nobody. Whatever, it's the problem is there. The only thing is now is to find solutions, which he mentioned that they have boats there that could help and whatever stuff that they got. So I hope and pray that the ministers and them that listening, Grenville and Marquis is not a different part of Grenada. It's Grenada. Is one Grenada. You understand? And it's about time we start acting as one Grenada. And then we come together and do what we have to do to make sure that we nice, sweet little island remain how it is. So I hope the ministers and them who involved, who in charge, listening and take a page and listen to what the guy saying and do something about it. Find some solution. Right now, stop blaming. Solution now. That's my contribution.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, caller. On
Colin,
that.
thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're not playing blame game. We're not looking at previous administration. What did he do? What they should I do? And we don't speaking about that now. All we want is the solution. We have the resources. We have the funds. Let us put it into practice now and make this thing happen. I'm putting up my hand on Junior Judge program tonight and I'm pledging once the people in authority who is responsible reach out to me, I'll play my part and do what I have to do to help the situation and try to get a solution as quick as possible and make it happen. I'm pledging tonight, boy. I'm pledging tonight. We want solution. We want help. We tired and we frustrated. You understand?
Yeah. We got another caller on the line. Let's take this call. Caller live. Where you calling us from?
Hi, good night. I'm calling from Grenada, right?
Grenada. Yes. Hi.
Everybody's saying Oh, let we have community groups and come out. When we come out, who feeding the kids? Who taking care of home? Then when we go to the minister is the next problem because the minister telling us they can't help us pay bills, they can't help us feed. So you can ask people to come out and help clean up for free. So it doesn't make sense. So people who talking, just talking out of mind, first thing that comes to the head. But think about all the other natures surrounding it. Would you leave your kids unattended to go and clean up the seaweed? Would you leave your work to go and clean up the
Free.
seaweed? So
For free.
everything comes back to the minister because if parents not taking care of home, then the home is lawless. Bills not paying, food not there, kids are hungry, kids can't go to school. When you have idle guys on the streets, you could just pay a money to help clean up the beach. So
Okay.
come on, people, stop just thinking out of first thing that comes to your mind and put some thoughts into it.
All right,
We
caller.
the people on the east side getting it real bad.
All
We
right.
need help.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Another call. Let's take this call fast and furious. Caller, you live. Where you calling us from?
Hey, Junior, good evening.
Hi. Good evening.
I'm calling from Grenada.
Grenada, go right ahead.
Um, I, I want to ask Karim a question. Karim,
Yes, sir.
you and the minister, do y'all have a good relationship?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't know what he thinks about me. You understand? And I don't want to speak based on what people say and what people say. As a man, I don't know what he think about me, but if I have an issue or if I have a problem, I don't have no problem with him. I just call him and relate my situation to him or the community. I doesn't call and ask for nothing for myself or demand nothing for myself because I is a hard-working youth man, right? And I just provide for myself.
Because
So
let
you
me
saying
let me
something?
comment, Karim, from your answer, and I have spoken to you on many occasions, and
Yeah,
what I gathered from you personally is that you and
yeah,
the minister have a problem. You may not know exactly who's speaking, but I've congratulated you on many occasions for the seafood fest that you guys normally have up there. And from what
yeah.
you told me, you and the minister, y'all don't have that good rapport too often. The
Well,
relationship is
as
not
I, as
there.
I, as I tell
Anyway,
you,
let's
listen me.
let's leave that aside. My question is, why weren't the seaweed attacked when you guys know saw it coming in? That's where the problem lies.
Who, who,
That
who,
was
who, are,
supposed to be an
who,
attack
who are to
from the
attack it?
beginning. Karim,
Who,
it's community spirit. It's community
but
spirit.
where is
And this
it?
is
If you don't have if you don't have a good community leader and who bring in the spirit to the community, where would this community spirit come from?
Karim, you are a community leader, brother. And I respect you because, as
Yeah,
I
but
said,
I don't have
we
the
have
resources to lead the community in that aspect. That is why I just tell you,
Karim, you are a
if
community
somebody
leader.
come to me,
You can ask people to come out with
partners,
wheelbarrows and spades, and you can start from there. And you could show the
partners,
minister that you are
partners,
a community leader.
partners, partners,
As leader of the
you want to
minister,
buy some borrow
who is
and
the
some
leader of the
spades and some rake and thing for me so I could start tomorrow?
he also can take lead. He's the one who's supposed to
Hold on.
be taking it from the beginning, is the minister. But sometimes we have to show people that we are better than them.
Partners,
Have a good
partners,
day, dude.
Yeah.
partners, I should take money from my pocket and go and buy borrow and spade and fork and rake to come and clean up sargassum seaweed and the authorities, the government have thing in place rattling to clean it. So what wrong with all you? What wrong with Summer Valley? What really wrong with Summer Valley? What going on in Summer Valley brains? Summer Valley dotish or they just playing stupid? Let me just have a little bit of respect and the man program for me, please. Because I don't know what go influence me to take me little money to maintain myself when we have $10,000 community allowances given out every month. Plus we have things that is there sitting, that is there to clean the sargassum seaweed. And I should play community Jesus and take my money and go and buy spade and fork and wheelbarrow and thing to come and volunteer to. So yeah, watch. Let me have some respect for you, please. Eh? Please and thank you very much. Please and thank you very much. And all you missing, a lot of all you missing the point because all you playing political game. I'm not playing no political game. All I'm saying, there is things in place, there are resources in place. We have boat, we have net, we have all we need now is the manpower. Why don't the government or the people in authority deploy them both and them in Soubise, Marquis, or Hope and give fishermen a chance at least to make a volunteer to clean it up willingly? Who gonna know we have all these resources there? They're just sitting, rotting in, and come out and do community work with we hands and playing robot. Like, what wrong with Summer Valley? Summer Valley need to relax too, you know. We have the resources to clean it. It's just manpower to put to the resources that we have and make it happen. But if you have the resources down there rotting in or in places rotting in, what are you trying to say?
Right. Let's take a
What are
next
you
call.
trying to say? Junior, this hold and wait. This man just said that I have problem with the minister up here. Junior, I just tell you, all the last time when fishermen went missing, I call the man and I speak to the man. The man respond to me immediately and provide gas for we to go and search for the men and them who was missing. If I have a problem with a man and not calling his phone, any issue I have in the community or in the constituency, I just call him, man. Last week, for the first time since he win election, he passed to the community and I spoke to him. I just speak to the man. I don't know if he have thing against me. He just try to fight me in certain ways. When I speak to him, sometimes he doesn't like how I speak to him, but he's a straight up person. And if I have a problem with you, just like how I could call you and tell you the good and boast you up because all on social media posted about the minister and let people know that he sponsored gas to go and search for the men and we appreciate it and we thank you. So why when you do bad, I can tell you straight up, you're doing stupidness, you're supposed to do that. Let me make that happen. And if you feel that type of way when I speak to you about the wrong things you're doing, then that's on you. But I know I go continue to call you and relate issues with you. And if you don't want to adhere to it or listen to it or whatever, that's your business and your conscience. But to me, my conscience clear. If you do wrong, I boast you up and I rate you. If you're doing shit, I'll tell you in your face, to your face, that you're doing shit or you're not doing anything.
Right,
If you vex, that's your business.
Karen, let's take this call. Caller live, where are you calling us from?
Hello, I'm calling you from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York, go right ahead.
Yeah, young man, I don't know. I always look at you on Junior program. And somehow I always said to myself, that's pure smart young man. The minister was put there in office to look after the consistency. You don't have to go and take whatever resources you have to go and clean the seaway. That is not your problem. Your problem is to see the stuff, see the thing, and report it.
And report to him.
You should glad that he have somebody looking out in the community.
He should happy have eyes in the community to watch it back.
Exactly. You see? This is the problem where he does the line. That is why, watch, I'm not putting no blame game, and I'm not trying to be politically on any side. This is why the NDC government have a reputation of one term in office, because they don't listen. You hear? I'm not saying what he's doing is wrong, and I'm not saying what he's doing is right. But if someone in the community is reaching out to you and telling you this is the problem, and when I look at this, that is about 3 acres of land or more.
No, and we shouldn't say nothing. We should just stick with that like sheep. Because we love him so much and we care about him so much. So don't say nothing. Just stick with that like sheep.
Well, if you ain't say nothing, that means you is enabling him and you are trying to bring him down.
That mean a hypocrite. That mean a hypocrite. Like some of the people around them who is watching certain things go wrong, who is hearing the cries of the people and hearing people in the constituency have nothing good to say about him and will still not pull him up and say, listen, boss, the people don't talking good about you. The people need help. The people crying out. I's the one who was telling that. I's the one who's straight up enough to tell him
Right.
that. So as I say, if you want to have problem with me, that's his business.
Hold on. Let me say this real quickly.
Let me
That
tell you,
uh-huh.
in my opinion, I think you are the honest one, and I think you are the one that love him and you love community. Those others is just hypocrite.
All right.
Because I can see somebody coming to tell me, like, look what is going on in the community. Sometimes he's seeing, but
Right.
some people seeing, but they still ain't seeing because two people could be looking out the window, one seeing gold,
Right.
one seeing brass.
Yeah, Carla, hold on.
But
Hold on. I listened for a bit and I listened to the interaction, right? And I want to see how we could channel this conversation to see how we could improve or fix the issue.
Yeah, we don't looking to add more problem.
We don't looking to add more problem, talk about who one term, two term, three term. That's irrelevant to the conversation because at the end of the day, that ain't go fix the seaweed situation.
Fix the problem.
All right. So we'll constrain our conversation to how we could develop. Now, let me also say that we did reach out to the MP of the area. My producer reached out to him earlier today, and he did in fact told us that he will be available sometime next week to come on the program. So we always do this. If we have an interaction, a conversation, we always reach out to the next party to see how we could get them to give their side. That information was shared, and he advised that he will be on the program sometime next week, and we expect that to happen. We're looking for constructive ways.
Solution.
We appreciate you on your input. All right? Thank you so much.
I agree.
All right, thank you. Yeah. All right, Karim. So on that note, building and fixing the situation at hand right now. You there, you understand the problem, you lived through it before. Where do we start? Let's see some constructive ways in how we could fix the issue at hand.
Junior, as for now, we need workforce, we need manpower. Right? We need it have some places like going up long wall and then places and them. If we could get some at least based on the magnitude of the sarcasm, see we know. If we could get some small, them little bobcat and them little bucket bobcat and them. If we could get some mini ones like that to try to clean out the beach, like from Grenville go down to a certain distance in Soubise, because all the part where they backfill with the big stones and thing, we know the bobcat can go behind there to clean there, right? So, but we could at least get a little bobcat to grade out the beach from Longwall, come right down, right? And at least after that, now we have some people on, because it already reached on the show, so we have to deal with it from a show point of view, right? We have some people with rake, not 5 to 10 persons on one spot picking up seaweed every day and they can't see the way, right? You spread along the beach line, and we have people with rake and spade and wheelbarrow who is picking up that sargassum seaweed and go and deploying it to trucks. We are enough trucks in St. Andrews. Let me look at ways in which we could fight that situation there right now, because the situation is already there. So right now we're looking for a solution. So we have people on the shoreline. We have a two little bobcat here and there, and we have people with a rake and a spade and whatever, and we picking it up and try to dump it on a truck for the truck to go and deploy it in Paul's or the airport or wherever they have to go and deploy. There is a situation at hand, and there is a solution at hand right now. We don't want no big excavator on the beach to go and dig up a set of sand and throw a set of sand together with the sargassum seaweed to damage our beaches. You understand? Because as I tell you, just like our Grand Ansa beach, so Grenville and Soubise are beach too, and we want to protect it too. We want to make it look nice too. We want to go and bathe on it next week. We want to go and bathe on it next month. So let me try to keep it clean and nice. So let me get a little bobcat, a two little bobcat. Let me scope out what they are on the show and make room for what they in the water to come show and to meet the shoreline, so that we go pick it up as it reach. And for further solution, right? We have boats, we have nets, we have fence to block it. Then we get some nets and fence and block it out at sea. and deploy them boats and them in areas of Soubise, Marquis, wherever the seaweed does come in heavily and does disrupt the shoreline. And then we have boats to combat it and to block it and to pick it up so it would not reach our shoreline to damage our shoreline and to start to stink and to start to cause chaos in your house and problem and your pocket go feel strain and all this kind of thing. So there is the solution at hand now. I've sat down, I've troubleshoot it, I've watched it from different angles, and there is the solution we have at hand right now. Anybody think they have a better solution? I'll look come up with it. Call him, share it with him, call her, share it with the minister, share it with different ministers in St. Andrews, and let me see if we could find a solution and see if we could attack it as soon as possible. That is my
Okay.
whole point of it.
We have a call. I'll take that call, and then I have an idea how this could be an individual or a group endeavor without even involving the minister or anybody else for that matter. Let me take this call. I'll come back. Caller live. Where are you calling us from?
Hi, Junior.
Hi.
I'm calling from California. How are you?
Yeah. I'm good. Turn your background. Caller, turn your background. Turn your background. Caller, turn your background down on your TV. And listen to me on the phone.
Yeah. How are you going to get rid of it? What you going to do with it?
Yeah. Hello?
Hi, No, that's not me.
Right. Okay. All right. So, caller, what was the question?
Yeah, I want to know when you collect this sargassum, what you going to do with it? How you going to dispose of it?
Right.
So it have a place in Paul's where it used to be done before, and it have enough room for more. Right? It have places where you could dump it. It have perseverance down there. It have places in which you could dump this sargassum seaweed. You have a big place in Paul's in which you used to dump it before they could go back and dump it up there. You have a big waste quarry in Telescope. You have big waste lands all about. You could show it, and maybe farmers could get it from there. They could even as we picking it up. I had a great solution the other day, Junior. Like you get fine bags and you stuff them into the fine bags. Like when you pick it up with the boat, Junior, I sit down and thought about this thing long and hard. So when you pick it up with the boat, you have people who stuffing it into fine bags one time, right? And then you go and drop it on a location, whether it's in Paul's, whether in the Ministry of Agriculture, whether in the Nutmeg Pool in Grenville, and you have farmers coming and buy it, whether it's $5 a bag, $10 a bag, it's cheaper than manure still, and it's good manure, it's good molding for crops, it's good. You understand? So
right.
Whether way you look at it from, it could be a form of employment as well, a form of revenue. You understand?
Right. But I think there's a form of education. But for clarity purposes, I want to make this clear because I was searching while we was talking through the program. I was searching, and I think I got some information here which is useful to share. So we mentioned Mr. MP Lennox Andrew as the MP for that area. I think we were incorrect in labeling him the MP for that specific area. So the MP Lennox Andrew is the MP for St. Andrews Southwest, the other side of the.
We have 4 MPs up here, so it's not just one MP. You have 4 MPs up here. You have Lennox Andrew, you have Emily Pierre.
But hold on. The MP for that area is Emmeline Pierre, right? And David Andrew, who is the caretaker for the NDC, or when he didn't win, he lost. So the person in question here is Emmeline Pierre, who is the MP for that area. Lennox Andrew is for St. Andrew Southwest. Just for clarity purposes. So I think the
okay.
I mean,
so
yeah,
Junior, this makes it even worse. This makes it even worse because we have two sides of the road. We are northeast and we are northwest.
Right.
Right. It's just the different side of the road. Right, which makes it even worse. So that means we have 3 persons in charge. of Soubise, Marquis, and Grenville. True or false?
Right. Right.
Which
And they are
which so what I'm saying, none of them don't see any problem to fix it. None of them. Three persons in charge of the same village, same area, just different side of the road. And none of them can do nothing. Junior, that makes it even worse. Three of them, Emily Pierre, David, Emily Pierre, David, Andrew, and Lennox Andrew.
right.
Right? So three of them, none of them can come up with a solution. None of them can help the people. Junior, that makes it even worse. Because you're right in truth, because he's both sides of the road. But I'm saying everybody is affected, whether it's the right side of the road, the left side of the road, everybody is affected. You understand? So I'm saying three caretakers or two MPs and one caretaker. None of them can see the problem to fix it. None of them can come up with a solution. None of them can put nothing in place to try to combat with the situation to help it or to fix it. That makes it even worse. Hmm?
Right. So
That makes it worse, Junior.
what I was thinking, right? What I was thinking is that I'm from the area. I'm from Union, Ledig, right up there. You been affected every day. You from right in there. I think that what we need to do is to use our influence to get this thing cleaned up. Find out how much it will cost to get an excavator, or I don't care if we have to raise the money, if we have to get the funding to get it done. Because if nobody do it, we could sit here and bellow and cry and make noise and call people name and curse all kind of thing. And it may never get done in a timely fashion. But I think that we garner even more community respect than a lot of the MPs who are whether caretaker or elected or not elected. So I think it might be a situation where we being from that area, you and myself, there are millions of people that we reach on a daily basis. If we figure out what the problem is and we see we could fix the problem, let's just go ahead and do it.
So what I'm saying, Junior, right? What I'm saying, with you saying all that, why doesn't the authorities deploy the boats, deploy the nets,
But
deploy the fence?
that passed already. That gone already.
No,
So
no,
that can
no.
happen.
No, no, no. At least we starting from the top.
Right.
If they want us to, what I'm saying, if even though we make our urge to clean it ourselves, right? Why don't they give us the resources that we clean it? Right?
What
Even
I'm saying is forget
even
them. What I'm saying is forget them, Karim, because
or
you
we go,
see, 50,
where we getting the resources?
that what I'm telling you. That what I'm telling you where we getting the resources. I'm a solution kind of guy, right? I don't depend and sit around and wait for anybody. I'm saying that we garner more support than probably and respect than probably a lot of them MPs who are elected and not elected into government. We are the
I believe
media,
you. I believe you.
right? So we could mobilize people, we could mobilize resources, we could mobilize money. If it's money, that's what it takes. Money is not something that okay, money is an issue, but we could get money. Money could be found, right? We could find money. So to fix the problem, because it's not affecting the 15 members of parliament, it's affecting the community. It's affecting your mother, my sisters, and everybody else that pass through that community on a daily basis. So let us mutually, let's conversate. Forget about who is there, who's supposed to be there. Let's just fix the thing. If we could fix it, and I figure out the problem. If they decide to come on and put some money into it, let it do it. But let us fix the problem. Figure out what the solution is. I'm going to be in Grenada in the next couple of days. If this thing is not fixed, just fix it. Let's just do it. Let's raise the money.
So hear what? We can't wait until we reach in Grenada next week, Junior. Hear what I want you to do for me. Book a ticket for in the morning. You listen to me? And come Grenada. You go take your money and buy a boots, a fork, a spade, a rake, and a wheelbarrow. I go take my money. I go buy a spade, a fork, a boots, and a wheelbarrow. And come in Grenada in the morning and we go start to clean it from in the morning. How about that?
No, there has to be a plan. I believe that we have to have a strategic plan. And I'm not just off the top going to just say, okay, let's just do this. We have a plan. I think we have to have a strategic
Next
plan.
week. Next week
I
too
can't,
long, Junior. By time you
I
come
can't,
next week. By time you come next week, me TV, me fridge, me washing machine, everything done spoil already. I can't wait till next week, brother.
we
Come
need a
tomorrow, come in the morning.
I can't come tomorrow. I can't come tomorrow. I have something to do. I'll come next week. I'll
You
come
have a
next week.
great
But
idea. You have a great idea, you know.
no, we
But I
could do it,
just
Kareem. We could do
yeah,
it.
let me start. Let me start in the morning.
All right,
By next week,
let
Junior.
uh,
By next week, it go cost me. It go cost me over $10,000. If we wait till next week, I go have to spend over $10,000 plus money for the boots, money for the rig, money for the fork, the spade,
yeah,
money for the wheelbarrow. Because as I tell you, I go have to buy a new washing machine. I go have to buy a new fridge. I go have to buy a new TV. And every time I have to go and clean me jewelry and then it cost me 900 and something dollars. And I've
right,
been very honest with you.
right.
So it go cost me a lot if I have to wait until next week. So how about I know you got the money. You could book a flight for in the morning.
It's not that I don't want the money to come. I can't come tomorrow. I can't come. I can't come tomorrow, Kareem. I have obligation tomorrow. I can't come.
Eh, eh.
But no, but man,
But yeah,
seriously,
on a serious note, yeah.
do this. We could do this. If it means raising money, we could raise money. And this is right along. Riders. I mean, we raised $10,000, $15,000 in an hour the other day. I think the riders will support it, right? I think the riders will support it. And forget about who they and who ain't supposed to they. Let it fall in line. We are the government, the people are the government. The government is not 15 people sitting in parliament.
Yeah, but don't make it seem like we was talking about the government. These scholars are bring up the government. We was
Yeah.
having a we was having a very civilized, honest conversation about what is there in place and what is there to clean up the sargassum seaweed and how we go combat with it. But if the callers will include the government because one way or the other they will get involved because they are there to protect and to serve, you know?
All right. So
So it's not we that bring in the government. People are
let's
stupid.
let's use our influence and see what we could do. All right. And everything else go fall in place. I believe that you build a house, you build it, and things are gonna happen. Something gonna happen. Somebody gonna come put up a roof, put up a window. It's gonna happen. All right. But we have to start. And I'm really, really, really obligated to seeing whatever I could do, whether it's influence. I could probably beg a couple people for a couple dollars and see how we could start the process. But I think that's a solution. But I thank you for speaking about this, Prince, and bringing this out to light, because probably if you didn't, a lot of people may not be as vocal as you to do so. And I'm not there every day. You're feeling it, you're smelling it, everything. So
No,
you
it's
in
tough,
a
it's tough, it's tough.
no, I understand. I know it was before. Um,
And I just want to make mention again. This is not a NMP situation. This is not a NDC situation. It was there long before NDC. It was a big, major issue since in NMP time, and nothing major or sensible was done rather than damaging those beaches, although we get rid of a few from the seacoast, but that was a more process to damage our beaches. You understand? It's not an issue that we're facing now. It's been an ongoing issue for years. Government come and meet government day, and it has still been an issue. All I want is the solution. We want to
yes,
fix it. Forget who
yes,
was there. Forget who there. Let me fix it. Let me come together and fix it. We have the resources to fix it. Let us put things in place and get it done. We have equipments, we have machines, we have material to clean it. We have the funding to clean it. Let us make it happen. Please and thank you very much. We
yeah,
bawling, we crying, we begging.
yeah.
Please.
And while we begin, let me beg here, because I think we could start by reaching out to people who have heavy equipment, but not heavy to damage the sand or damage the soil. They may have a
Yeah, some
bobcat.
little bobcat, yeah.
Yeah. So let me
Because I
call
won't,
out.
I won't support, as I tell you, I won't support no big tractor coming and damage with beaches again. And
Right.
and 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 going with a whole set of sand to destroy nature. Let me get them little bobcats on them. You understand?
Let me make the call right now, and that's where we start to work. And we start to work right now, not next week when I reach in Grenada, but right now. Making the call right
Thank you.
now. You may have a bobcat that you could help the process move along. You may have off tomorrow or next week, and you could facilitate that. Manpower, we're gonna need that. You have equipment that you could pitch in. Give me a call. Give Karim a call. Let's start the process. Even if we could do a little piece at a time, at least we're starting. So if you have that equipment and you're willing to donate, we don't have the money, oh God, we don't have the money to pay, but we mobilizing people. Give me a call, give Prince Karim a call, and we go start the process of cleaning up, starting from Long Wall. And we're cleaning that up, and we're doing as much as we could do. All right? If you have the equipment that you could help us out with, you could donate, please give us a call and let's start the process. I think it starts like that. And that didn't cost $1 million. That didn't cost $100,000. That didn't cost $1, actually. It's just us. And that's the power of the microphone that we have and the power that we demand when we have a platform like yours and mine. But we're going to happen. We're going to done, Karim. We're going to done. All right? I promise you that. And I'll continue to reach out. All right, my brother?
Love you.
All right, big up yourself. Yeah. Yeah, my homeboy Prince Karim there. Making a lot of sense, guys. And the fact is that that's the people of Soubise, they live through this every single day. I know the place so well that that's where I passed, I tell you, for years going to St. Andrew's Anglican Primary School. That's where I passed, down Soubise area. I'm very familiar with the area. So, my community, I feel that I am obligated to do whatever I could do. And when I pass there, I don't like the scent. When the sarcasm come up and the things start to smell, it stinks real bad. So we're going to ask again the folks who may have equipment, a bobcat or two, that they could donate to help the process move along. Please give me a call and let's see. I'll pay for the gas. I'll pay for the gas. I'll buy refreshments. I'll get everybody fed. I'm going to make sure that people have some breakfast before they start. Get a little lunch and thing. And even if you have a restaurant and you want to donate, you're from the Grenville area, you're from the Marquis area, you're from the Soubise area, you want to help and provide some refreshments, some salt, bacon, saltfish and thing, let's mobilize and get this damn thing clean out. All right? Let's just get it clean out. And we ain't no one know about no politics and politicians, whatever. We are the politicians. The people are the politicians. The people are the people. We are really the who put them there. And we are the people who mobilize. And I believe that we have the power. The power is in our hands. So let us start the process, guys. Again, if you have a bobcat or equipment that could help in this regard, give me a call. My number is, let me give you my number, guys. If you guys want to WhatsApp me, or if you know somebody who has those equipment, ask them to WhatsApp me. That's my number there, 718-701-5720. 718-701-5720. That's my number. So let it add it to WhatsApp. Let me see if I got WhatsApp already. You see? You see that? Yeah. Yeah. The power of the media, guys. I got WhatsApp already? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We could do this. Guys, let's pay the bill. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Don't move.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can back my sack. I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Arise, together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings,
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
Celebrating 40 years is a significant milestone that often evokes reflection, gratitude, and recognition of accomplishment.
Feeling very excited about it. When I reflect on it, some artists took 10 to 15 years before they get through. They keep knocking at the door. The first time the nation heard about the Limers Gilbert, they show me that love. They show me that respect. They go crazy over the beats. They go crazy over the excitement. They go crazy over the rhythm. And I appreciate that.
Sunday, August 3rd at the Progress Park in St. Andrew. It's Specky 40. Tickets available from gotofed.com. Presented by Limers Gilbert in association with the Spice Mass Corporation and Sedu.
Who want to jam a jamming too?
Hey guys, I want to also big up and thank the folks there at the NLA, the National Lotteries Authority. Guys, remember when you play and the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you're supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Hi, I want $10 on Playway, $20 back up on Pick 3, and cash for each, please.
Okay, are you adding multi-X to your bet?
Yes, multi-X, all of them.
Smart! Best value bet. Backup and multi-X, you cannot go wrong.
Don't matter the bet, multi-X all of the daily games.
With multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add multi-X to all your Playway, daily pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Again, guys, play the game of the National Lotteries Authority, and if you don't win, even if you don't win, you're still supporting sports, culture, and nation building. Guys, so you're going to be in Grenada for Carnival? Yes, if you are, listen, Spice Mass has a lot to offer, right? So not just events and party and things like that, eh? I want you guys to book a tour. While you're in Grenada, I want you to book a tour. There are so many tours, so many different things that you could book while you're in Grenada, right? So we have the jet ski, and come over here. You have the jet ski. So to book that jet ski, you come over and you just book. Book, just like that. Easy. You book, you check availability and times and stuff like that. You check your dates, you check your time, and you just book. As easy as that. 1, 2, 3. Remember, I'm telling you, it's not just one thing, not just Carnival alone. When you're in Grenada, there are a lot to see. So you might want to check out a tuk-tuk tour. All right, we have city tour. You may have some friends that you're coming along with and you want to show them Grenada. You book a city tour with the tuk-tuks, a city tuk-tuk tour. Right? Exactly. You go and you check the date and the time, and just like that, you book your tour while you're in Grenada, okay? And what's the site you do that on? Let me show you. The site is ride.gd, R-Y-D-E. Let me type it in the chat. It's ryde.gd. That's the site right here. That's the site where you book your tour. And if you want to make it a beach day, because listen, Spice Mass is not all about jab. You have to live the full Spice Mass life. You could also check out the water bikes. Yeah, the water bikes, you could check that out. Scroll down and you just book your water bike excursion. Click on check availability, see what date and time is available. Boom, 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 and you're done. Book. So many things to see and do while you're in Grenada for Carnival. Don't miss out. Go to ride.gd. Also, well, I have to show you this, right? I have to show you this because, you know, Carnival, we also into the Carnival thing too, and we have the boat ride, the amazing colors, amazing on the water. Monday night mass, but we're doing it on the water. You could buy your packages as well on ride.gd. You scroll down and there, all the packages are right there. You see them? All the packages are right there. Choose your package. That's on the boat, that is on the S to C. Choose your package. Just choose your package. Which one? Which one? You want to play this one? Boom, boom here. Check your size and your thing, and 1, 2, 3, you book. Now you can do all of this, guys, on ride.gd. That's RYDE.gd. Ride.gd. Monday night mass, excursion, tours, jet ski, and a whole lot more. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being a part of our program tonight. Let me just also say this. I said it earlier, but I wanna reiterate on that what we said. In reference to the constituency, the Honorable MP Lennox Andrew is for St. Andrew Southwest, which is on the other side of the street. Nevertheless, right in the area there. The MP for that area is, in fact, Emmeline Pear. And we do have a caretaker NDC and caretaker David Andrew for that general area there. All right? So I just wanted to make that clear. People was asking that question. Thank you for being a part of our program, guys. On behalf of all of our production team here at Ridealong Live. Thank you, riders. Catch you guys again tomorrow. Good night, and good night.